Hello everybody, my name is David. Thank you for watching Crazy Narcissist Ex-Girlfriend. Welcome to my question and answer videos we do every single Monday. And that leads me to welcome all our new subscribers. Thank you very much. Welcome to the channel. This is a question and answer video. It's every Monday. So what I'm doing is right now I'm answering questions from the last Q&A video, last Monday. So if you have any questions, feel free to go down below, ask me, and I'll answer all your questions, okay? And I'll answer them in the next Q&A video next Monday. Donations. I want to thank Luke and Manal. Thank you so much, very, very much. You guys donated to me this week. That is awesome. More than anything, that's just like a keep going motivation thing. I put a lot of hard work into this. I don't charge. I don't make any money doing this. I don't even monetize my videos. No commercials. You guys don't have to watch that. So, you know, and I spend a little money on my own stuff. So thank you very much. That is awesome. Really, really feels good. Before we get started, I got to say this every time because I just think it's really cool, and so do a lot of the people, to know where you guys all are. So if you have questions for me, please just tell us your location. Let us know where you are. It could be general. Doesn't have to be specific. You don't have to tell us your address. And let's get started. First is Carol Rankin from the United Kingdom. Hello, Carol. Would you agree that CPTSD can interfere with our gut feelings? My thoughts are that hypervigilance and other symptoms trigger the gut. 100%, Carol. CPTSD totally makes us not trust, worry, anxious, fear, afraid, and it makes us hypervigilant. So we tend to point fingers and call everyone narcissists. We think that, you know, if we see one narcissistic trait in someone, they're a narcissist. And we think that if someone is a bad person, they're the worst monster in the world. We think that our story is the biggest of all, and we think that our person that we dated was the worst psychopath in the world. You know, this is just very common, hypervigilance. So yes, Carol, it does interfere with that gut feeling. And more than anything, I'll get into it because there's a couple other questions I remember that are about this, so I'll talk more about it later. But I think it's really important to keep everything in perspective. You know, what's going on with me? Why am I feeling this way? You know, did I just get out of an abusive relationship? Well, you probably shouldn't be in another one. Not only are you going to be worried and think that they might be an abuser too, you know, but you just may not be ready to date somebody. Look, if you were in a relationship with a psychopath, narcissist, sociopath, borderline, and you love them and you live them, whatever it was, you have to admit that you weren't very healthy. It doesn't take a healthy person to date one of these people. They don't do that. Okay? Borderlines don't have long relationships with very healthy people. Doesn't happen. So just figure out, try and see that. Try and see that, you know, you had a failed relationship. How can you make the next relationship you're in work better? Instead of, you know, just pointing the finger going, they're crazy. You know, I'm cool. I just need to meet Mr. Right. You know what I mean? Thank you, Carol. Betsy Rodriguez from Mexico. Hello, Betsy. Why is it so impossible to have a simple dialogue with a narcissist? Why do they ignore? Well, Betsy, they don't respect you, and they don't really care what you're saying unless it applies to them or something they need to know. But why can't you have simple dialogue? Well, a narcissist, you know, has intentions, has a plan, has a motive, and it's all about them. So they don't care about what you're saying or how you feel. And when they act like it, it's to get what they want. They want to make you believe that they care. So, you know what I mean? So that's always them. The person that doesn't care, the person that ignores you, that's them. When they act differently, they're faking it. You know what I mean? Don't forget that, you guys don't forget that personality disorders in the cluster B is purely a result of bad parenting. You know, horrible, horrible parenting and really bad social skills. So these guys don't, they aren't socially like this, you know. They just know how to bullshit, lie, stroke your ego, smile a lot, be charming, be funny to get what they want. It's not genuine. You know what I mean? Meg F. from Florida. Hello, Meg. I'm finding myself enjoying being a hermit. Is this normal, or am I going to be an eternal hermit? Well, you could be an eternal hermit, Meg. Just realize, yes, you know, I'm guessing you have CPTSD, you're in a relationship with an abusive, disordered person, and you want to know if it's normal to be a hermit. Absolutely. Absolutely. And even a lot of us, a lot of us may not want to be a hermit afterwards. We get that feeling, but we want to go out. We want to do stuff still. And we're finding it difficult because not only are we finding out that our friends might be narcissists or whatever, but we're just finding it difficult to go out. It's just, we want to recluse. You know, you guys, there's a lot going on. This is a lot on your plate all at once to be able to see, go, boom, look, you've been dating all these people that don't really love you because you have problems with your parents in your childhood, and everyone else around you might be a narcissist. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a lot. It's a lot. And this normal reaction is to not trust people, that kind of agoraphobia, afraid to go outside, that kind of social anxiety. And then on a certain level, whenever we become very intimate or close with someone, we start getting, So watch more of my CPTSD videos. Thank you, Meg. Joan Baschek, I believe you're from Massachusetts. Sorry if I got that wrong. What is the key way to tell if you are having gut feelings or insecurities? Good question, Joan. And I guess you're asking about a relationship that you enter, a new relationship. You know, is it just, am I insecure? Am I just don't trust people right now? Or is this guy, you know, a narcissist and lying to me? Well, there's lots of different things you can do. And one thing you need to do and realize is that you are in control of relationships, and they shouldn't go any faster than you want them to. So really control that speed. Don't let them go too fast. Okay? There's a ton of other ways to know if somebody is disordered. And one of the biggest ways is call them out on their stuff. You know, make sure what they say and what they do match. You know, so if they say, I do this all the time, and then they don't do it, you know what I mean? There's signs like that. So I know trusting our own gut instinct and stuff like that is really hard right now. But just realize you don't have to be in a relationship right now. So wait until you feel better and you heal and you're educated and you started figuring out your life and your childhood and things like that. Then you feel better when you start entering new relationships. And, you know, guys, it doesn't hurt to find out what makes a good relationship. Okay? Instead of just, it's got to be the right person. Well, relationships take a lot of work. That's why the divorce rate's so high. Okay, so figure out what makes a good relationship. Learn. It's not easy. We aren't meant to pair up for the rest of our lives. We aren't those kind of animals. We tend to fight and split apart. So you want to make it work, work towards it. It's not just Mr. Right, Mrs. Right. It's just, you know, take two people and you can make that relationship work if they both want to. Shar from New Jersey. Hello, Shar. Is it okay to talk about my feelings with someone else that's been through this? It's bringing back old memories that make me feel bad. Well, if anything's triggering, making you feel bad, don't do it. You know, there's a certain part of us that needs to be pushed. So one thing I just want you to know, Shar, anytime something is uncomfortable or it's hard to talk about your own stuff, that's giving you, you know, like pain is a reminder that something needs to be fixed. So if there's anything that makes you uncomfortable or scared to talk about in your own life, that's telling you you need to. This person is, if they're talking to you about their life and it's triggering all kinds of things, then you aren't ready to do that. That's why talking and listening to people's problems isn't easy. You know, I do a lot of that during the day, but I couldn't do it if I wasn't healed. If I was still totally anxious and insecure and all these things, and I wouldn't be able to listen to people very well and stuff like that. So, you know, I hope that helps. You know, it's just remember that you don't owe anybody anything. I say that all the time. And if something or someone makes you uncomfortable, you don't have to be around them. You don't have to be there. Okay? That's what all this is about. It's about listening to our own feelings, but controlling our emotions. Okay? Tanya from Canada. Hello, Tanya. I cannot figure out what my ex is. Have you ever heard of borderlines? Just completely cutting things off and never hoovering. Yes. Yes. The completely cutting things off is what borderlines do when they abandon. They are such hardcore abandonment issues that it comes up in their life all the time, and they believe everyone's going to abandon them. So they usually abandon you before you abandon them. That abandonment that they do is like a whoof. Just, I mean, they can even totally dissociate. They will break up with you, walk away, and go have sex with someone else right away. They'll go get totally drunk, whatever it is. But that change when they abandon you, it looks, that's why we all think they're narcissists, like they have no empathy, no love, but you have to understand what's going on internally with them. Okay? They are able to cut off feelings and shit like that. Okay? Eves from Spain, hello. Does an inverted narc love a decompensated narc? Well, first of all, as far as I know, an inverted narc is a Sam Vaknin term, which I believe was his way of saying like the codependent narcissist, which just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Love a decompensated narc. So a decompensated narcissist would be, you know, old age, low hormones, just deflated, kind of slowed down from being old or whatever it is, decompensated. So I believe it sounds like you're a Sam Vaknin viewer, watcher, subscriber, and you're kind of asking me one of his questions. So let's put it this way. This is what Sam Vaknin does. An inverted narc is the codependent narc. So does a codependent narcissist love a decompensated narcissist? Well, first of all, narcissists don't love. So I immediately say no. They don't love anybody. But maybe that's kind of slang. You want to know, do they like them? And I don't know. I don't know. An inverted narcissist would be the codependent. Does a codependent narcissist love the old age, slowing down narcissist? Maybe they like it. Maybe they'll make a good pair, a good couple. Sorry, I can't help you more. But love, no. Okay? Isabel Izzy. Hello, Isabel. Is it difficult to change a family member like a daughter or son that has NPD trait? I don't know if you meant that plural. Is it difficult to change a family member like a daughter or son that has narcissistic personality disorder trait? So I don't know. I don't know if you meant traits. So I'll try to answer it both ways. So can you change a child in your family? Can you change them from being a narcissist? Well, once a narcissist, always a narcissist. But we are all narcissists at a certain age. It's all about empathy and things like this. These are things that we develop as we grow. Empathy isn't fully developed until our college years, okay, for most people. That's why you have a lot of high school kids that are pieces of shit, right? But they turn out to be okay. So if they just have a trait or some traits, we all do. If it's undesirable behavior, if that's what you're talking about, yes, it can be changed. You can change child behavior. This is a difficult one. When you're talking about personality disorders, like I said, it's about bad parenting. What's crucial years are between 3 and 5, or let's say 2 and 4. The 2, 3, and 4 are the absolute most crucial years when you're raising a child. Okay? It begins developing things like this. Empathy. Remorse. If a child hasn't been taught these things by the age of 5, it's very difficult to change. By the age of 7, no. So the ages of 2 and 4 are extremely important. You take a temper tantrum, okay? You take a temper tantrum, a 2-year-old temper tantrum. Kind of cute, right? If that child doesn't learn how to regulate those emotions by the age of 7, he's not going to. You understand? He's going to go into his adult life like a borderline. And when something doesn't go his way, he's going to have a 30-year-old, 220-pound, 6-foot temper tantrum. Not good. Okay? So, yes, you can change traits. Just like it's the same reason that we don't diagnose children with antisocial. You can't be diagnosed with antisocial until you're 18. That's because traits and behaviors can be changed. Okay, they can be caught early on. But the things that disordered people are lacking, like empathy and remorse and things like that, are developed over time. You know? And not having them is a pure result of bad parenting, bad social skills, stuff like that. Okay? I hope that helps, Isabel. If not, please just ask me again. Okay? If I answered it wrong or I read it wrong, just ask me again. Thanks. Ash from Texas. Hello, Ash. I have to attend my best friend's wedding. But 2 narcissists I went no contact with will be there. They're groomsmen. And they're twice my size and violent. What should I do? I thought about this, Ash. I did. I thought about this. And I was thinking, you know, maybe you could do this, maybe you could do that. But really, what it really comes down to, Ash, is I know you want to be there for your friend's wedding, and I know your friend wants you there. But there's something you have to realize, that your friend has violent, aggressive, disordered people as his groomsmen. That's not your fault that you don't get along with them. Okay? There's something up with your friend getting married if he thinks those are good people to have as groomsmen. So I would present it to Ash today as, if you're going to have violent, aggressive people that want to hurt me as your groomsmen, then I'm not going to be there. Your choice, Ash. Don't want to cause a problem for your wedding. You know, maybe it's something that you can swoop in and out, right? Maybe right after the ceremony, right after they get married, before the party, right? You can maybe go in there and see him privately, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that. That's the best thing I could come up with. Because really, man, you don't have to go risk your physical body to be in this guy's wedding. This guy has crazies in his wedding. That's his fault. That's not yours. And I don't see the point of taking risks like that. Now, I don't get scared of people and physical violence very much, definitely less than most people, but it's just, why deal with that? You know, try to start seeing that certain situations they're the fault of somebody, right? Your friend wants to have, he wants to get married. He wants these crazies in his wedding, and he wants you there. Well, we can't have everything we want. Okay? And if you cut off no contact with these guys and you think they're going to rip your head off just because they see you on site, I wouldn't want to go. But like I said, maybe you could do something like that where you pop in and out. So you're not there the whole time. So nothing really bad, absolutely horrible happens like that. Okay? I hope that helps. Good luck. Mark Stewart. Love to know where you are from, Mark. Narcissists and borderlines are methodical and malicious. Are they that intelligent, or is this a default, natural, inherent behavior? No. So it's none of that. So there's no correlation between personality disorders and intelligence and consciousness. There's none. None. No correlation whatsoever, which is really crazy because in psychology, so many things overlap. This, none. There's no correlation. You can have a dumb narcissist and a smart narcissist. It has nothing to do with their disorder. Is this just natural, inherent behavior? No. So I always say, and here's the big thing, man. When you have someone who abuses people, okay, that is a conscious choice. Most of abuse is a conscious choice. Personality disorders do not abuse people. People abuse people, and it's a choice. You guys have to realize that being disordered makes your life harder, okay? It's more difficult, okay? One of the definitions and things that differentiate and make personality disorders different from other disorders is that it is your personality. It completely takes over you. It takes you over. It creates problems and havoc in all areas of life. Okay? So what happens is most narcissists, borderline's a little different, but narcissists and psychopaths, they realize something's very different about them. They understand that you have something that they do not. Okay? Life is already tough, and we all have needs, and we have to meet our needs. Narcissists find it easier to lie, cheat, steal, abuse. Okay? That's it. It's not natural. It's not inherent. It's not intelligence or lack of. I hope that helps, Mark. Luke Stockbridge. I'm starting to spend time in the same town my ex is in. What do I do if I see her? Let dogs lie? I have questions for her. Should I just ignore her? Luke, I'd like to know where you're from. You guys, next time, if you guys ask me questions, please tell me where you're from. And I would say, Luke, that always, always, always do nothing. See, if you're already emotionally in a mess and attached and connected and have a history with these people, you can't talk to them. You might be able to talk to another borderline someday or another narcissist that you didn't do this with once you realize how to control conversations, control yourself. But It's you just do nothing, Luke, and don't get that screwed up with I'm running away, I'm hiding, I'm weak, they win, because this isn't a fight. This isn't a battle of this and that and who has this and who won and who had the last word. You are in sick. You are in unhealthiness, and you are the one that's going to get out of that, and you're going to leave that person there in it, and you are going to change your life, and you're not going to do this anymore, and you're not going to be around these people anymore, and a part of that is no desire to engage with that person again. If somebody abused you, you shouldn't have questions for them. Okay? Anger, sadness, fear, I got those. Wanting to get closer to them, wanting to and just have a conversation, questions, no. They're manipulators. They don't care. They aren't going to take fault. It's never, ever going to work. Once someone abuses you, that relationship is tainted. It is over. There's no fixing it. You don't stay with a husband that hit you. Okay? I don't give a shit if he works on his anger. He lost his wife. Screw him. Right? Okay. You know what? I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to save these for the next part. Part 2, okay? Thank you, everyone. Go ahead and go down below and ask me questions. I'll answer them in the next video, okay? Please, if you could, rate, thumbs up, thumbs down. Share this somewhere. Let people get this information, okay? Thank you, and I'll see you in part 2. Bye-bye.